So last year I was an OPP captain and I served as the DR liaison. So basically I was in charge of being the main form of contact with the DR committee. And then through that position I knew I really liked the logistical side of THON. So setup teardown always really interests me just because like you work with so many other committees, you're learning so much about THON, just how it works, all the moving parts. So I knew setup teardown was something that would really interest me, just getting to work with so many different people and have a direct co. So that's kind of how I knew I wanted to be setup teardown.
Yeah, for me, it was kind of luck of the draw. Like, I was just placed where I think I was gonna work best as well, and I couldn't be more thankful to like be in this position as well. It was something that really interested me last year, as I was like the second in command on our committee, which was a super like fun kind of. You get like a little bit more of an inside scoop on some stuff, so I had a lot of fun with that. And I had an awesome co, and that was just a great experience. So I knew I kind of wanted to again like try to be more involved, so I was able to. So I just applied for what interests me, and last year's setup teardown captains on OP also really inspired me. I saw them work so hard through THON weekend, and it was super fun and like cool to just see all their hard work, like year-long efforts pay off THON weekend. So I was really inspired by that. So I thought I would kind of try out and see if I would get it as well. And this has just been so awesome, and I am so thankful to be here as well.
But at the end of the day, like THON is a very well-oiled machine. We've been doing it in the BJC for I want to say like 17 years, and so things change year to year, but not to a crazy extent where it's like going to disrupt a ton of plans. So THON's pretty crazy and pretty cool that there's a 100% turnover rate every single year. So that's kind of where the challenges come in, where you're just working with new people every single year. But THON at the end of the day, OPP at the end of the day is a very well-oiled machine that like we have so many documents to look after. We have all of our predecessors to talk to, and like it's really easy to be able to get what you need from previous documents or from people that came before you. That it can be challenging and can be very overwhelming. Looking at all the stuff that we need to do for the year, but there's so many resources to help us out that it helps take some of like the weight off of our shoulders.
We're really patient with each other and really understanding about what Sid was saying. Like if someone's having a busier week than the other one, we can kind of like plan that accordingly and also support each other in that way, but also being able to do some of the tedious tasks together and having like a friend as well as being your co, it just makes everything so much more enjoyable and makes things just, you're just happy to be there and you don't mind doing it, even if it is a little bit tedious, just because like we have fun doing it together and we make fun out of it. So just having the support the whole year has been awesome.
Very niche tasks that we're doing, and a lot of the time there's like not a lot of humor in the stuff that we're doing, but we always find the humor in it. Like I don't know, we make like a supply distribution plan during teardown so that every committee is allocated the supplies that they need. And we were doing that for probably 8 hours over break and just crying, laughing the whole time, even though it was just about supplies. So we definitely find the good and find the humor in all of it. And that just makes it so much more enjoyable to both of us just because like we're having fun while we're doing this. Yeah, so Ava has really been like my rock this year. We didn't really know each other well last year because I was a captain last year and she was a second in command. We kind of knew of each other and worked together like a little bit, but this year we really like grew in friendship and just working together. All of the hours that we put in together, we kind of are forced to be friends, but I wouldn't want it any other way. Like we choose to be friends outside of it, and we choose to spend time together, like doing things that we could be doing on our own together, and we really support each other in that sense. Where like this is a really, really time-based like position where you have to work a ton and you have to spend a lot of time outside of like meetings doing work to get it done. So I think we work really, really well together, and I literally couldn't have asked for a better co.
I would say the same exact thing. As Sid was saying, we didn't really personally know each other last year. However, Sid was always someone that I looked up to and kind of like inspired me to also want to try to be an OPP captain as well too, because she always like worked so hard last year, and I kind of just saw her and like she was always a role model for me. And the fact that we get to work like together this year so much is really a privilege, and I feel like I keep saying that, but I'm just so thankful for everything. But yeah, like it. Without her knowledge and her experience from OPP and THON in general, it definitely would be a whole different year for me as well. So her knowledge and just her support and everything through this entire year has been absolutely wonderful. And like Sid said, like I couldn't ask for a better co, for a better friend, for a better role model, or anything like that. It's been such a fun year together. I love it.
Oh, so
yay! So I think this year, knowing that we had like an integral part in it as well, working with some of our best friends for the entire year to make it happen, is going to be even more overwhelmingly like humbling, and just knowing that kind of like we did this, like we just had like an I did this moment. I can't wait to go up in the stands and kind of just look at everything and be like, we put this together kind of alongside so many other people, but it'll just be super cool and super rewarding. And I can't wait to watch like all the families be there and enjoy it, just because we know we're putting on a weekend that is going to be a lifelong memory for those children, and it's just going to be super cool.
Something about seeing it completely empty again is just, I don't know, it's very rewarding knowing that like you had such a big part in like making the weekend go on. So I'm so excited, and I don't think there's anything more rewarding than being an OPP captain and seeing it all from start to finish.